Harden is one of the most efficient offensive players of all time. I don't want to say was, because I still think he's good, but like he was like amazing.
He's a legend.
James Harden. Do I have to sign in? I don't. Yeah, no ad. I don't want to follow you on social. Go away. No, this is gross. No, get this off my screen. Basketball Reference, you fired. There's got to be an X. Give me an X here. No. Hide this. Oh my God. Like, he's going to his age 33 year. You're about to pay him. Like, it's not a great idea. But I need you to understand something. See, this means led the league. Anything in boldface is led the league. That's a lot of offensive win shares from 24 to 30. This is an absurd player efficiency rating. 25 is like all NBA. It's like all NBA caliber. Offensive box plus minus has been the most reliable predictor of NBA MVPs over the last 20 years. I think 2 or 3 guys over the last 20 years won the MVP when they didn't lead the league in OBPM. And I think one of them was Harden, where he led the league and like somebody, I think Steph won it or somebody else won the MVP one of these years. It wasn't him, but it should have been him. Value over replacement player. How good was he? He was absurd. How good is he now? Not as good as he was then. There is some very clear statistical metric decline. There's also eyeball decline. You can see that he's not the same. But like efficiency, he was quite good. Defensively, falling off the freaking planet. Like he wasn't great before, but he wasn't this. But like 125 offense for 120, 118, 120, 122. He's absurdly good, but he ain't going to be that. So hitching your wagon to age 33 plus James Harden, I don't know. He can still do things. I don't know if he's the guy I want to hitch my wagon to anymore. You were right to hitch your wagon to him, Daryl Morey. Before, when you make a big bet and win on anything, you get anchor bias. You get tied to that thing, right? Like I made a massive bet on Apple years and years and years ago. It's like, you're like, what should I invest in? I don't know, freaking Apple. Just buy more Apple. But when you add, for Maury's side of the coin, when you add that you made that big bet and it's on a human and like, you see this person every day. Like you made the big bet on the thing that you're going to have that anchor bias to. And like now it's a person and you have this relationship that's a decade long with the person and you trust the person. The anchor bias now is tied to a relationship as well. So like it's doubly strong. Get Luka a real center? Nah, he needs wings and shooters. He needs the same team around him that LeBron James had built around him, that Giannis had built around him. You have a penetrator that can get to wherever he wants to get to on the floor, creates valuable shot opportunities for everyone around him. What did JJ Redick say? The most he's led the league in added value per pass the last 2 seasons. He's just got guys that can't hit shots. Giannis didn't win until they had guys that could hit shots around him. LeBron doesn't win if he doesn't have shot makers around him, because he's going to drive, and then when he passes it, you better hit the freaking shot. LeBron's old now. He's like, you know, he's almost my age. He's 49. Like, he can still get to the rim, but like, it's not LeBron at 32. It's not LeBron at 27. But even LeBron now, this has got to be my most pinged page on Basketball Reference. I just showed you James Harden, who's one of the best players ever in terms of efficiency. And LeBron is stupidly better. LeBron James is still posting an offensive rating of 117 at 37 years old in season 8. LeBron James led the league in literally all this stuff. He still has an offensive box plus minus of 6.9. Let's go down here just so you can see, well, I don't know what that offensive box plus minus number means. Let me show you. Offensive box plus minus. The greatest predictor of NBA MVPs is OBPM. Nikola Jokic ran away with it once again. LeBron James was 5. He's 38. He's 38. He's 5th in the league in the greatest predictor of MVP. Steph Curry's 5.4. Luka was 6.4. John Morant 6.2. James Harden way down here. James Harden has been up here forever. Steph was up here in his prime. And I know it's weird to say that Steph is not in his prime, but he is exiting his prime. Yeah, he's in the finals. What are you talking about? He might be the finals MVP. All of that is true. Everything you just said is true. And also, he is at 34 not going to be the same player he was in here when he was posting seasons of 10.3 offensive box plus minus and 8.2. He had an 8.3 last year, 5.4 this year. Like, he's not this Steph. He's not 25 to 30-year-old Steph anymore. He's still awesome. But comparing him to himself, 27-year-old Steph would beat 33-year-old Steph. Make sure that you check out the new smizzle Fantasy Football channel on YouTube. It's growing. We've just got over 1,000 subscribers, and I'll be putting all of my season-long and best ball content there from now on. Daily fantasy content and other content will still live on the main channel as always during the NFL season, but the recap video and all of my off-season content leading up to the week 1 kickoff is going to live at Smizzle Fantasy Football. So go check it out at smizzle.tv/FF. Back to the video. Same with LeBron James, but the difference, player efficiency rating is the easiest way to show this. And I know it's a flawed stat, but like every other metric says the same thing for him. This is laughable. He posted a player efficiency rating, and player efficiency ratings for posts and centers are typically higher because rebounding matters, but he's not like a guy who's pulling down, 14 rebounds a game and like helping his efficiency because of rebounding. He is a wing and he's posting 26. You realize how absurd a player efficiency rating 26 is? Where's PER? And different sites generate PER differently. Here's the list of leaders this year in PER. Jason Tatum, 21.8. Jimmy Butler, 23.6. Ja Morant, not over 25. PER is skewed towards bigs, and the top 3 are amazing, but like it is a stat that is skewed towards if you're a big man. It's just easier because points, rebounds, whatever, like they matter. Like Embiid's been over 30 for 2 years. That's outstanding, right? He is an amazing player. It takes nothing away from him. He's amazing. 24, 26, 25, 25.8, 26, 30. 27, 31, over 25, like forever, except 2 years. His age 22 season and his age 36 season. The fact that he can still post numbers like this, efficiency numbers, OBPM, and player efficiency rating. Where's Zion? Can't get him on the floor. They got a good team now. I want him to be amazing. If they get Zion back to go with McCollum and to go with the emergence of Ingram, and then other pieces, like that's a good team now. Zion's ceiling is actually ridiculous. Can he get there? I don't know. Zion's ceiling is Charles Barkley. Like if you were to create, like if you could, be Dr. Frankenstein, it would be Charles Barkley's offensive game, Draymond Green's defensive game, potentially on ball, at least off ball. He's got to grow. That comes with time. I'm going to, dare I say, LeBron James's athleticism. Like LeBron's pretty bouncy, right? So you got this big bodied hyper athlete, top 1% of the top 1% of the top 1% in terms of just pure raw athleticism, bounciness, fast, long arms, big wingspan. If you don't think Barkley was that good offensively, go to your Google machine right now and type Charles Barkley ref and go to his basketball reference page and do what I just did with these guys and then look at Barkley's numbers. His numbers are absurd. Barkley might be one of the most underrated superstars of all time, and he won MVPs. He broke things. He broke analytics. Go look what his player efficiency ratings were. Go look at his offensive box plus minus. Go look at his value over replacement, his offensive win shares. Like he was ridiculous. And like that's Zion's ceiling. And Draymond's one of the best team defenders and on-ball defenders ever for a big man. For like a wing-ish big man, perimeter big man. The big men you need now. Why do you think the Monstars were so formidable? Yeah, Barkley. It sure as hell wasn't Muggsy or Bradley, but like Barkley got overshadowed by Magic and Bird and Jordan and everybody else. But go look at his stats and then get back to me. He's ridiculous. From a metrics point of view, he should be every analytics guy's dream. They should all be pointing at Charles Barkley. I mean, nobody ever points at him. So if you get a bouncier Charles Barkley that could guard, like all NBA type defense guard, not a guard, but to defend. And we're losing it because he can't put down the fork. He could be one of the best players ever, or he could be tractor trailer. I don't know. And I hope it's the former, not the latter. He's a legend.